Mary Tellie from Electric City Roasting is here.
guys.
Yay.
How are you?
Got an extra special cup of coffee now.
Yes, I do. Mary, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Terrific. Now, what'd you bring here? I'm halfway through this already. I'm slugging this down.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is our harvest blend, right?
I'm having harvest blend.
Right, every year we try to reflect on the seasons and our interpretation of what we would think that a great cup of coffee sitting on your porch or sitting around the fireplace at this time of year would be and taste like. And so I think we've got it this year.
Yeah.
This is a really nice, really nice round body coffee. I think it has some great brown sugar notes to it. And
it's excellent.
Yeah.
And we've mentioned it many times, but for those folks who don't know, that's the kind of coffee we have here at WILK and all the radio stations up and down the hallway.
We're spoiled.
Is Electric City Roasting Company coffee. And, and when
we actually have that on our, when people come in looking for a job.
Yeah. Yes.
We actually say,
by the way,
our cafe has
right.
Electric City Roasting.
And the panic button gets pushed a bunch of times when after we're down, like you bring in 3 or 4 big boxes of it at a time. And when we get down to like the last box gets put in the kitchen, everybody's going, oh my God, what? Somebody better call Mary.
Where's Mary?
What are we going to do? What if we run out of coffee the day after tomorrow?
And then someone brings in like a bag of Folgers and it just sits there because no one will
And everybody
drink.
looks at it and goes, oh no.
I know, that happens often.
Hey, I was on vacation the week that we set a record here because you, in cooperation with Soul Artisanal Ales, have come up with an Electric City Roasting Company, Soul Artisanal Joe Percoco beer.
Absolutely.
That you guys were talking about on the
That
Beer
was
Buzz.
so good.
Yeah.
You were not in the studio that morning, but you were on the show.
Yeah, I was. I did a nice call-in from Estonia.
From Estonia.
I think that was the furthest we've ever had someone call in.
I'm
is
pretty
it not?
sure.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I'm not exactly Mr. Geography. I would have to take a little while to search around on the map
Oh
before
my God, I totally had to find out where it was.
before I could locate
They're
Estonia.
like, you're going to Estonia. I'm like, okay, great. I went home.
How long is this going to take?
What were you doing in Estonia?
Well, the Roasters Guild of Europe had their first camp, and so they invited us as the Roasters Guild to come on. They're trying to grow their constituency, so they invited us to come over and kind of audit what they were doing and take a look at that and participate. And it was a great time. So it was really nice to meet professionals that you could rub shoulders with that are from a different perspective. Obviously Europe, their idea, interpretation of how they roast coffee is a little different than how we do it in the States. Mm-hmm. So that was certainly a huge learning experience for us. And
that's outstanding.
Yeah, it was really a lot of fun and had an opportunity to meet all these folks. And for whatever reason, Parnu, Estonia, which is where this event was, I don't know who picked the place. It was a fantastic venue. It was a little hard to get to.
Yeah. Like, did you have to parachute in or what?
No, we flew into Helsinki, and then from Helsinki we took a ferry.
I think Kyle has supplied us with the Estonian.
And if we don't play the whole thing, will the Estonians in the audience call us?
The Estonian embassy.
Although I will tell you that Old Town Tallinn was fantastic. It was a beautiful country.
Really?
The folks were fantastic. The craft beer scene there, surprisingly enough, was amazing.
Did you have one or two?
Oh, absolutely. Right, I did. Yeah,
That's great.
It was super nice.
Cool.
And so from a coffee perspective, it's always fun to be able to learn what other folks are doing around the world with coffee. I mean, they have the same issues we have, right? Sustainability, traceability, understanding the product, price point, consumer awareness. All of those issues are the same, whether you're, in the United States, in Scranton, Pennsylvania, or you're in Estonia, or you're in France, or... and there are folks from all over the world there, so it was a really good opportunity for us to learn some stuff from them.
Well, and again, Electric City Roasting Company coffee available in a lot of different places now. You can get it at Wegmans, and there's some other places.
Yeah, we have Weiss
Markets too,
Weiss
right?
Markets at Wegmans, and of course, there's a whole bunch of cafes that we roast that really want to, up their hot beverage game. So they've decided to engage us to help them with that market. And like I said, this coffee right now is. For me, this is one of the best coffees, seasonal blends we've had in a long time. So I'm really excited about this guy.
And I mentioned that when you did call in from Estonia, you were talking about the collaboration that you did with Joe Percoco.
Oh, yeah, the beer.
The beer is Electric Velvet.
Electric Velvet, and it's gone. It's sold out.
Is it really?
Yeah, I was able to I was smart enough to say, look, I'm not going to be in town save me 2 cases
He's saying that.
of beer.
Yeah.
And that was all I had an opportunity to
So let
get,
me see if I understand. The only beer that's still left is at your house?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Party at
hey, a
Mary's.
minute, party at Mary's house.
Right, and that would be like, that's it.
I'm talking about a top flight collaboration there, though. I mean, Joe,
That was-
when he releases a beer, it sells out very quickly.
Yes.
And teaming up, you guys together, it's a combination, really.
It was really interesting for me to work with someone at his caliber in that
Oh, he's
field.
great.
You know, like, I mean, I understand beer a little bit, and I've
Yeah.
had an opportunity to engage with a lot of local folks who really understand the whole beer market, and that's a wonderful experience coming from that. And then had an opportunity to then take that to the next level, which was cold brew.
Yeah.
And then incorporate how cold brew would actually work in that type of beer. So that was wonderful because, you know, we try
Yeah.
to cup coffee and taste coffee to project what that would be like once it's fully roasted and through production. So when we profile roast at the very beginning stages of us uncovering a new coffee, we anticipate what we think it would be like once we go through production.
Yeah.
So I can do that in my own industry, but then having to parlay on top of that
Yep.
beer industry
Yep.
was for me an awesome learning
Everybody's got to
experience.
be firing on the same amount of cylinders for that to come together, and it came together very well.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. I think it was a great opportunity, and I learned a lot from that. And I think that going forward, we could just take that to the next level as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that beer will hold up really nicely too.
Electric City Roasting Company coffee, again, available in Wegmans and Weiss and many cafes and restaurants throughout Northeast Pennsylvania. You can check out the website, electricityroasting.com. Mary, it's always a pleasure. The coffee's great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for
Thanks,
coming
Mary.
by.
Enjoy.